Alright, hello everybody and good to see you. So today we're here with some Temtem, but because the queues are getting so absurdly long most of the time, I'm going to actually mix in a little bit of another Crab's Treasure in between queues. Instead of just sitting in Side Park the entire... Hello Temtem, would you go? Instead of just sitting in Side Park the entire time. Because like, as much as I want a mental, this is just boring, and then that means I have to keep you guys entertained with like talking, and that's tough. So what I have is, oh man, it's not showing up. Okay, so you can see a little snippet of okay, my brain doesn't want to work. Why? That's so weird. So like right over here, there's like the Temtem. That's where the queue time is going to be, so you guys are able to watch like and see how the queue time, well, we can all just watch it count up as I play another Crab's Treasure in between queues, because it's a single player game and I can stop whenever I want, but I do want to go around and collect. Like, I know that there's like crystals, like, I think there's like a limited amount of them, so I can collect them, and I don't know why it's not like instantly popping up. It's apparently it doesn't like my scene transitions, but anyways, yeah. It's mainly going to be a Temtem stream, but I'm just playing another Crab's Treasure in between queues to keep you guys entertained a little better. As far as what I'm playing today, it's going to be the same thing I ended off with my last stream, which I guess was like 2 weeks ago now. But it's basically a trick control team. I've debated so many times on taking some HP out of this Obi and putting some special attack in, but it likes the HP, it really does. So I have a hard time doing that. Nothing else. I don't think I've changed anything at all. Pretty much it's all the exact same. Let's see. When I was changing some stuff, I actually forgot to bring the chat back up. So let's get that. Lore and Noah, hello, good to see you both. I'll probably be free later tonight if you want to play something, Noah. I'm surprised you're awake at this time. This is like opposite of your of your current sleep schedule. Good to see you though. I suppose it's summer now, isn't it? Or do you have some finals left? Or is next week finals week? I always forget because college in town got out already. Nope, and then here I am. I'm like already not playing the other game. Gonna be hard to break habits. Okay. I'll actually have to move the chat in order to switch scenes. Still have 3 exams and 2 finals? Gotcha. That's tough. I wish you the best. Okay. Let me see. I might have to enter on my controller first. Did that emote just get like auto-modded? What in the world? This is very interesting. My controller's not working. I should have tested this ahead of time. All of a sudden I'm getting an error that says device not supported. It supported this literally like 3 days ago when I finished the game. Went to work yesterday, had a total of 4 people? That's insane. Okay. For the following models, none of those look like mine. Let me just like restart. Man, yeah, no, I didn't test this before I started. I didn't think that they'd all of a sudden cut support for my controller, like today. I'm currently just using whatever controls that isn't moving my dude in Temtem. It's a good thought, but no. Like, I'm trying to enter inputs right now, and Temtem's on my main screen, not that you guys can see that. I do see the issue on Steam, where it says that your controller's not supported. I'm supposed to have the comp screen pulled up, though, so that we can see the timer. Alright. Alright, so... Looks like all the buttons are the same, so I don't know what that was. Alright, so we beat the game in our last stream, and now what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to turn on sandbox mode. Hard, story, extra sure, yeah, reduce damage taken, yep, lower enemy health, yep, extra dodge, yep, prevent pitfall damage, sounds good, slow down game speed, we'll leave that. And then we're giving Krill a gun. Oh, you could just auto recover. That's kind of fun. I did see this already, but it is just so stupid. It's just like, it wasn't like a little cartoon gun. It's literally like a full-on. I wonder if that actually counts towards my shell collection. I'm pretty curious. It does. So that was actually this other shell that we hadn't found yet. I was wondering if it was potentially the... what was it? I was wondering if this one was potentially the final shell in the game, but that didn't make a lot of sense because you can't collect it and go look back at the collection. But there's still a whole bunch of shells we haven't got yet. I'm sure most of these are from the shop, so we got to go around and get a whole bunch of microplastics. But what I'm first going to do is just... So you can see... Okay, well, it doesn't like me using my mouse and that. But you can see that there's like 64 out of 100 above where it says the shallows, like big. And so there's 100 crystals somewhere in these areas that I have not gotten yet. So I'm just going to kind of speed run through the area and try and collect all 100, and then we'll move on to the next area. I think I got the only crystal in this area. I genuinely didn't think there was a whole lot. The only thing bad about the gun is that it's so flippin' slow. Maybe I don't wear it. Maybe I change the settings back to normal. I'm already pretty darn strong. Okay, let's just go assist mode off. There you go. Just completely killed my gun. No. And now I don't have a shell again. Alright, so I do remember I never actually explored this place a whole heck of a lot. Because I was like, oh, I'm sure there'll be more stuff around here later. Nope. There wasn't. It's like I already see some grappling hooks that I definitely never went on. Okay, gotta get up on this sledge, I guess. Yeah, I was almost thinking, like, I wonder if we're actually going to get some fast queues today, because this is normally, like, it's a Saturday, people usually have the days off. This is always what I thought was one of the better time zones. Is this a second sandcastle? I'm not really sure. I did see this crystal as I was grappling, though, so I want to just grab it. Yeah, I can just take hits and it doesn't even matter because I'm so far ahead. Kip, hello, welcome. Oh, I did need to forget to mention, I did add some more emotes. They're not like super special at all. They're just some of the animations and little just frames from the monsters from PMG. But I figured I should fill up the slots since I have them. Thank you, Kip. Hello to you. And hello to lore through Kip. what's this down here? Oh, is this where the boss battle was? Man, I'm getting disoriented. I don't even know where I'm at. It's gonna be hard to beat the Pokey emotes, but that's fine. I just figured I'd fill up the slots, like I said. Nice, we got another one. Is this the front entrance to the castle? Like the real castle? Because I do remember it getting really gray, and it just got super gray as soon as I walked over here. Make emotes in my game character. Right, that's what I did. I think they're accessible. Yeah. Needed the Crabby emote like a week ago. They're a little smaller though, which is a little sad. But you know, we take what we can get. And I guess some of them are animations you guys haven't seen yet. The fish one was definitely the best one as an emote, for sure. Get over here, buddy. Cool emotes? Yes, you can thank Max Creed for making all of the pixel everything for the game, pretty much. At least so far. He'll do like all the unit animations and stuff. Alright, I still don't know if this is like part of the main castle or not. It looks like a secondary thing. Oh, here we go. So this is... It gives me a party hat too. Beautiful. Alright, there we go. We got our cue. Just feel Scuftron once. Stuck in multiplayer netcoding hell. Oh yeah, I'm not looking forward to that whenever I get around to it. All right, Archibald. I don't know if I've seen this player before. So what I've found is this team is really bad against water, toxic, and earth. Having 3 types you're weak to is not good. it sucks. I'm anticipating that he'll ban Gario. Or he'll lead Inky plus Lawali. One or the other. Normally Hazoret causes me the most issues. It's both water and toxic. 2 types I'm not good against, so... Oh, he banned. That's interesting. Oh, that's definitely wants to... pick the Lawali Inky, I'd bet. Or no, because then I get Anatan. I don't know, I don't want to pick Anatan first. I think my best bet's going to be Amphitheater to start. Walls Lawali, Tukai, turn 1 Inky. It actually threatens a lot on his team. A lot. Grandpa looks great, sure does. I wonder if this is... Yeah, dang, I wonder if this is Straw Shield Inky. If it's not, this is such a good Gario board. But I feel like they'd only pick Inky if they have Straw Shield here. Inky hidden... Oh, yeah, I mean... yeah, this setup like, isn't optimal, but... It's not like I've really sat down and worked on the setup in a while. It's not like I'm trying to go pro streamer. If I wanted to do that, I would have actually kept up my consistent schedule. Instead, I just killed it. Rip schedule. Lawali's probably going to be the ban now. Especially if Amphitheater goes down, it's going to be really tough to deal with. Everything else I can kind of deal with. Let's have a 2-Kai too. That one could have the Straw Shield. Babo is going to be great. For sure. Reactive Vial's probably on the Osakai. Obi's always good in this team. Obi should be like the priority ban if you're facing me. Like even outside of this, like ignore type coverage, ban the Obi genuinely. So if you face me, there's your tip. Just ban the Obi. I have little reason not to pick the Gario. Valiar is really nice, and Fat Burner Valiar will outspeed a max speed Inky, which is super beneficial. But the thing is, it just doesn't gain me anything, really. Spotify overlay. Nice. So when I minimize... It does have Straw Shield, so this was a good play. I really gotta take out this Mashuk though. Whip target rep? Yes, it does work. I know that a lot of the clowns were on it for a little while. I wasn't a fan. I really like Refreshing Diabolo. It almost always gets off. Ooh, perfect jab. Okay, okay. That's interesting. I am basically using Anatan as an Inky counter, so this is fine. Parry your Mashuk? Ooh, interesting. I did want to Bright Beam and swap to Obi. But Amphitheater's kind of really threatened here. And he'll probably double the Anatan, probably with... you know what? I'm going to predict that he'll like P-Jab again, and I'm going to hope that it's a fast Mastion. Or that it'll be like Solidify or Water Blade or something. Let's go chip damage on Mastion. Wastewater. Split, 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 split. No. Okay. That's... Oh my goodness. So it is Pyro, but his max attack Fire Chip. Oh, that sucks. Amphitheater was good against like everything here. It's Straw Shield Inky, so this is probably the most value I'm going to get out of Gario. So that's what I'm going to go for. I don't get the evasion pass along, but that's fine. And I'm actually going to Tesla Prison the Mastion because I really want to get the damage off on that. Plus, if I find that my Gario actually outspeeds the Mastion after a Tesla Prison... Oh. I was gonna say then I could rockfall and know that I would do well. But oh, he went for rage. Interesting. Babo cooks without shook. It does. Nice. Gone. Good rage. It still kind of struggles into Inky, which is pain. Rockfall this turn. Inky doesn't have a crystal move up. It just has T-Strike, but honestly a T-Strike plus like a crystal bite or water cannon into my Obi might kill it. And Obi's kind of nice in the Osakai Mashuk. At the same time though, I think Anatan is always the play because these are two special attackers. Okay. Fair enough, good swap call. Even better if he uses water cannon here. Fluid barrier. Okay, fair enough. He had Quartz Shield up, so that seems a little weird. Aqua Stone swap to Babo, this will be really good. Then I'm threatening the Schween next turn, and I don't think the Osakai even dies. If it's a low speed Osakai, I could use Ice... No, I don't have Ice... I have Ice Cubes on Babo. I could use Ice Cubes on Babo to outspeed, potentially, but it would have to be near min speed Osakai, which is kind of super risky. Dang, he's playing so greedy. I stand corrected. Dude, I guess I should have known from the energy drink, but ooh, that was a good play. I don't know if I can recover from that. Yeah. He just inner spirits the Gario now. Oh, the Babua. Wow, and that's still killed. Oh, it's Sensei Robe. Man, this guy's not pulling any punches. Crazy. Does this Schween even have an attack move? I'm not even sure if it does. Stall Killer Schween, yeah. It doesn't. It is 4 support moves Schween. Man, if I knew that, I would have played so much differently. Like, yeah, this is frustrating. This is one of those games where it's just like, you have to play more than once. It is also a 0 bulk Osakai. That is a max speed Osakai. Max speed, max attack. Because I killed, though, it's not completely over. How does Anatan die? Good point. I guess Mashuk is just kind of there. He put his own Inky to sleep here, too. Pacifist Shween. I've never seen a full support Shween before, honestly. I also didn't know it was a physical Inky. He can actually play off of my lowered special defense, or lowered physical defense, but it just doesn't matter. I could use... Yeah, so I was debating on using Soil Steam here on the Mashuk. But I figured he was going to Fluid Barrier to raise a special defense, and I wanted more physical damage on it. Uppercut, don't do a whole lot. It's a high attack invest for a parry and Mashuk. Man. It's just... I think it's down to a 50-50. Does he attack the Anatan here, or does he go for the Gario? I don't think he ever kills the Gario, but even if he doesn't, I need to kill with Soil Steam. And that's cutting it so close, I don't think I do. This is a, like... Also, I forgot it was... Yeah, it was parry, so I shouldn't have used the physical attack. Fluid Barrier was for relax next turn. I think it was just to buff the Mashuk. There's a whole bunch of people in the stands. I guess I always swap in Obi. Because it's -3, it can't do anything. Still used uppercut. Kill, please. Please. Nice. That wasn't even close. Okay. We're good. We're good. It must... I wonder if he just invested full HP and 0 special defense, so he has insane physical bulk and, like, 0 special bulk. I guess it's just meant to be a physical wall. There's no way he's got Bright Beam on a physical Inky, right? I guess he had the full support Shween. This is why you always run one attack move. Because if he was able to throw out some water cannons towards like Anatan or Obi, this game would have gone differently. I thought I was toast. Knowing what I do now, it's just like he'd have even less of a chance, which is kind of interesting. I still did good damage to my Anatan, yikes. I do respect the Fizz Inky though, it's grown on me a lot. Straw Shield on it, I'm not, like, it definitely helped him. But Straw Shield in general really helps when you could still hit the opposing Tem for neutral damage. So stuff like, which is actually really unfortunate for me, to see like an Inky against a Gario, because it can use an electric attack and still hit 1x. And also, like Chimerian, you know, Chimerian against my Auhi can still hit 1x with Crystal. Alright. May or may not get an insta match, but we'll hop back over here. 2 or 3 Toxics on the team? Yes. You hate Straw Shield? I think it's very interesting, and it allows a lot of underplayed Tems to actually see use. And so I'm really kind of glad about that, but I think it needs to be toned down. I think it should be at most like 66%, but even that seems really high. Oop, something over here. You're a hater. I gotta look around for new shells too, because like there was a huge list that I'm just missing. I don't really care about stowaways. I guess I kind of just keep going along the edge and see what I find. Because the one way I did go was just like straight through the center. So up there's the pipe we used to go to the snail location. This isn't a shell, is it? No, it's just a Duracell battery. Get over here! I'd kill you in one hit, stupid fish. There's something up there. We went up here, right? I think we already did. Oh, alright. We already got another match. Not bad. Boss I ignored somewhere around here. So I never actually encountered that boss in my playthrough, but now that I finished the game, I've been watching some of my favorite content creators play through the game, and yeah, there was a boss in that area I haven't faced, but I don't know which direction it's at. Looks like Ringy wanted to queue up with like a complete counter team. Saipat is bad, Hazrat's bad, Acronox is really bad, and Inky's also not great. I think Saipat's going to have to be the play, and then I'm able to pick Gary Obi. Guess the Straw Shield user? It's probably none of them. I mean, maybe it's the Inky. I do not like Straw Shield on Inky. I would much rather have on Spec Inky. I would always run Pan Sunscreen, because then you win the Tolkien matchup. And I think you can spec to live like Hazoret Lava Waves that way, and maybe even. Oh, what is it? Oh, Mastion. My brain just wasn't working. Slingshot Chim? That's very interesting if it is. So, I banned out the only water for Lava Wave synergy, so I'm able to kind of deal with the Hazoret better now. It's still not great, because it walls Anatan, hurts Amphitheater, and I guess Water Move can still hit it from Babua, but Babua, you know, doesn't like that. Mr. Bossy, hello, good to see ya. Anatan? Yes, I am running Anatan. Once in Dojo Park, killing Inky through Straw Shield with a wreck. Oof. It's running through the desert with the Lifesaver gates. You talking about the sands between? I'm not really sure, but I don't recall that, but it's very possible I did, and I just missed it. Gonna pick Amphitheater because it's kind of like my get out of jail free card against the Size Munch. If this is a Slingshot Chim though, that's so bad for me. Like really, really bad. If he doesn't pick Tutsu, I'm going to pick Grandpa. If he does pick Tutsu, I probably go Babua. Babua's not good against Chimerian. not great against Hazrat, and not great against Inky. Grandpa's just not great against Inky, but it can kind of deal with everything else. Bruh, he's literally... Okay, that's just... Okay. So, I've heard that Ringy is kind of the player that will spectate your matches and intentionally bring a counter to you. And that is what he's doing here. He just wants the free win. So he's bringing a... He's bringing a Drill Size Munch against me with his Slingshot Chimerian. And that is just disrespectful. I mean, if you want the win, that's fine. I don't mind giving up a win, but my question is, what does that win matter to you? Are you trying to rise in ranks? If you're trying to rise in ranks by practically like cheating, is that really a show of skill? And if you're not trying to rise in ranks, you just want the rewards, congratulations. Have your rewards in a dying game. Be my guest. That did so much damage. Yeah. I was trying to burn the Chim so that I would survive, but that heli kicked it away. I thought he was gonna like Martial Strike or like hook. But that was not the case. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna forfeit. Like, this is just stupid. There's like, unless he genuinely runs like Drill Size Munch on most of his matches, in which case, good for him. Don't know why he would, but sure. I've seen it before. Since rank doesn't matter, he just wants to play as a villain, and it's pretty funny. I just want to play games, and I want to play like fair games where people are like just building a team and playing for fun. This isn't fun. Like this is just a waste of time, and I feel like I should just forfeit to waste his time because he's wasting mine right now. The Slingshot Chimerian's not anything out of the ordinary. Deep breath. It's annoying. Like, I could just like let my timer roll down. It looks like that's what he's doing to me. Fine. We'll watch. Plasma Beam the Chim, get Size Munch wrecked. Survive. Fell asleep in your chair. Dude, get some rest. Funny, his Chimerian actually lives on like 2 health. Or no, it's just 1 health. So that's a very speedy Chimerian. You can tell because it actually lives on 0.3 health. Because it just means it's a lower percent of his health. Go on, Crab Game, don't even show the match. Yeah, it's like I really don't get it. If you're gonna snipe, why don't you run meme teams? Yeah, no, this is like a team with a whole bunch of top tier Tems on top of it. There's people cheering for him and like, yeah, congratulations, you beat me. I'm a streamer. You beat me on stream. He had Straw Shield on the Inky anyways. No, that's actually the first time somebody's done that to me intentionally. It's not something that happens very often at all. And I've always said, like, if you want the free win, that's fine. But it just... You're not a good player. Like, Ringy does have skills. He's not a bad player, so I don't know why he does that. You don't need to. Maybe he's just trying to get his second win of the day. Or maybe, like Kip said, he's just trying to be the villain. And I guess, congrats, you achieved it. Got me with the same team, but slightly faster. I don't remember that, honestly, but that's just kind of funny. I can't be mad at that. Because at least then I know what's happening going into the match. It was off stream with Toxic Chromion. Oh, I mean, it wasn't the same exact team. I remember that now, yeah. You were just running the same style of team, but it was just faster. I'm not seeing anything back here. I know that this is like where the checkpoint is. Or I should say was. It looks like everything collapsed and I can't get anything over here anymore. Just kind of lame. But as long as there isn't actually anything back here, I don't mind too much. Glad to eliminated it as an option. Lose to anything faster than me. And that was the pain with that last team. This one I do have a little bit of options. Like I can just lead Obi plus Gario and get at least one Tesla Prison to gain an advantage most of the time, even if it's not perfect. Fat burner Hazrat. Oh, that's ridiculous. Alright. Not in the mood. This guy has a crystal. Nice. It's just a single one, but you know, we collect them. It's nice to be able to one-shot things. These guys gave me so much trouble before. I can't, even though my attack is just maxed, I still can't one-shot those guys though. Yeah. Oh, there we go again. Needs a gun when you got a party gun? Pretty much. Alright, facing off against Ronin. Good luck. Reiner ult? Thought it was Tyrum. Probably gonna ban the Acronox. Acronox really isn't that great for me. Surely Straw Shield on the Lawaddle. Yes, so he must have been listening when I said to ban the Obi regardless. I don't really want to pick Grandpa here because he's got Gazuma, the Wind Destroyer, potential Bird Season on his Grandpa, the Wally walls of it, so it's tough. 7 up, hello, good to see ya. How's it going? Been a little while. But now with Acronox gone, Baba was really able to pop off. Anatan too. He'll have to pick one or the other to kind of focus down. He doesn't have Faraday Cage synergy either. And this way I don't care if he rootses me. That's not a word. Uses roots on me. Because my speed is already 0. Is Grandpa's other trait even an option nowadays? Yes, I'm running Bully actually. I do really like it. It increases his damage quite a bit. Still shows up in your Steam library. RIP. So this is interesting because Lawali is kind of a pain, but I also have Amphitheater which walls it. Aohi, which is pretty solid against it. I think Amphitheater might get banned, especially if I choose to ban. I'm thinking of just banning the Arachnite. Just because half my team is slower than it, and I can't really Hypno it, and now we're going to Lawali. Don't want to deal with Prio. Although Gazma would have been good too, just because it's probably going to turbo and give him speed advantage on my faster stuff. So Kapire is going to be kind of an issue. I will have Aohi and Grandpa. Yeah, it's basically just Aohi and Grandpa to deal with it. So it's kind of the biggest threat right now. Fast Temps with Turbo and Roots Lowaddle. Yeah, I don't know how fast the Kapire is or the Arachnite either. I guess I didn't even think about Fast Charge, but that's a thing too. Swaps the Lowaddle into the Arachnite. Ooh, this is good. I'm not really sure why you'd try and get the, maybe assuming I'd use a water type move. Not sure why you'd want a water move. Your Arachnite to be water type, but sure. Thank you for the follow, Ender. Appreciate it. Acting like you aren't getting double slept. Eh. It's adaptive, so I'd be a little surprised. But, you know, it's possible. I do have Aohi too, so it's not like it's free if he does that. Babo is probably getting slept. I'd be a little surprised if Anatan was. We're gonna try this. Adapt is an insane trait. Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Ooh, Hurricane, so not asleep. Didn't do a whole lot of damage though, so that's good. Cozy Net? On who? On who? Yeah, nice. Now the really funny thing is, I can just sleep the Arachnite because its type has already changed, and I'm not afraid of it. Kind of tempted just to Mineral Hail, so I can potentially put the Arachnite in range to die to a... Nah, I actually want to hold on to Mineral Hail. We'll try and trap the Grandpa though, or whatever comes in at least. Kapire? Sure, that's fine. Oh, that is a speedy Arachnite. This might even be like a max speed Kapire. Outspeed me and kill me with the stupid... That is really... No, it's double screen? Double screen speedy Arachnite. To outspeed my Aohi, that thing has to be at least 180 some speed. I can't even trap either, or swap, because he's got me trapped. I'm amazed that Microwaves did that much, though. It wasn't even stab. Must be a very squishy Arachnite. But what the bigger problem for me is the Kapire, not the Arachnite. No one holds off Grandpa, so I'm bringing that in. I don't think he attacks the Anatan here ever. You know, I do outspeed, so that's good. Doesn't kill. Fair enough. Went for the heat up. Okay. That seems really greedy, but you do you, bud. Probably T-Strike on the Arachnite. Almost all of them do run it. Problem is, I just don't know how fast this Capire is. Because what I'd really love to do is swap in Auhi for Amphitheater, and then get... I need to do some... and then use Synergy Gust. But there's no way I'm outspeeding this Capire if it's got speed invest. Yes, it's 4 prio, but my grandpa's only 232 speed. So this Capire would have to be slower than 270 in order for me to kill. This definitely sucks. I used it on the grandpa. Interesting, interesting, interesting. My grandpa doesn't really do anything for me, so I don't care. Like, he has a Gazuma and a grandpa on the back. Like, pfft, go ahead, go for it. Now he can't even hit Auhi. And that Psywave is huge. Definitely a low defense invest Arachnite though, for sure. Nice, huge. Yeah, so for reference, max speed Arachnite reaches 230 speed. So even at max speed, this Arachnite would never outspeed Gust from my grandpa. Freshing Diabolo. Alright, so this is like a free turn to bring in Amphitheater. We just Tornado the Arachnite. I'd guess actually that Arachnite swaps for Lowaddle, but this is fine. Yeah. Oh no, it's a fast Lowaddle. Whatever will I do? Oh no, I'm a slow Amphitheater. He should have finished off my grandpa. He only has one hold off on the Lowaddle, so he can't like bush or something. Or Lowaddle's turn 2 options don't amount to anything, right? Thing is, I don't know if I can kill him this turn. Still slowing my Amphitheater down. Yeah, oh, so my Amphitheater did outspeed my grandpa. So maybe the Synergy Gust with bully damage? Bully OP! Let's go! I'm telling you. Thoughts on the direction of 1.7? I like the direction. But they have to do it right. They need, instead of just looking at sheer like stabs and priority, they need to look at which Tems utilize those stabs and priority to create the situations that we hate. Because it's not like it's universally an issue. It's not like anyone is complaining that Mudred has Soil Steam and Crystal Dust. Even something like Nesla really isn't that much of an issue. But yes, I mean that's gonna kind of be the thing. Like, are they Are they nerfing everything, just regardless of their defensive and offensive strengths? Also, like, it depends on what else they do. Are they gonna nerf... Oh, come on, get out of here. Are they gonna, like, get rid of the Prio and Glass Blade finally? Like, please? Please? That way Chimerian can be, like, slightly more balanced again? Yeah, it's like they have... The potential's there. I like the direction, at least just, like, with words alone. But it completely depends on how they pull it off. Nice. I was just coming up here to get a better view of everything, but we found a crystal, so that's even better. What is that down? Oh, that's one of the... Does that say something? No. Oh, no, it does. Cry in possession of seaweed. Rip. I heard one of the... Yeah, these guys. He had a crystal. I didn't see his eye. Looks like we killed him before. It's not a bad idea for a cheaper turn 1 move on Shim. Benefits from Slingshot. I mean, it already has Sharp Leaf if that's his thing. It's just, you shouldn't have Prio over Rush, ever. Or Prio that's not Rush on Shim, ever. Because it's already got a crazy good defensive type. And it's got a great offensive ability. It's just, it can very easily get overwhelming. And it kind of has been. Just because of that. Find the thoughts they have on 1.7 pinned in com chat. I don't know if I saw it pinned, but yeah, it should be there. Oh man, I could have got this like literally in the first area. That's so sad. I would have loved that. Going up. Yeah, I still don't know, like... I was gonna try and go in that window. Still don't know where I've been, where I haven't been. Because this was... like a whole 2 weeks ago. Come on, guys. Maybe it was more like 3. I thought I explored pretty well. Like, I just enjoy exploring anyways. For anyone who is stopped in now and doesn't know what I'm doing on this game, this is another Crab's Treasure. I finished the game earlier this week. But they have some collectible crystals around the map, and I'm going around trying to find those just while we wait in queue, because it's a little bit more interesting than walking back and forth in Side Park trying to get a Mintal Luma in a game that nobody cares about. Temtem does still exist? Yeah, you can see the queue timer down there. It's actually not that bad yet, but that's just because we're waiting on Ringy to modify his team and then queue up again. But good to see you, Millie. How's it going? You been streaming anything lately? Playing any fun games? Well, yeah, he's gotta take the drill off Size Munch so I don't ban it next time and you put it on something else. If you don't want me to say that, don't do it. And I don't have to. Elden Ring count is fun. Well, this is a Souls-like as well. Or I think the actual term is like action RPG. So yes. Alright, I am gonna assume I got most of the things in the castle here, and we're gonna go back outside. If I can figure out which way that is. Ringy's offline? Alright. We're safe. Mainly Elden Ring and a few gachas. I used to be into gachas a lot more. But the fact is that the gameplay on them was really never all that great. And I was sad. It's kind of interesting because most of them have stories that go like more in depth of like what the characters are. So if it's stuff from an anime, it's just like, oh yeah, gives some more depth to whatever story. And if it's something else, it's kind of the same idea. I think I looked pretty thoroughly around this area. This is the first boss area and I didn't see much. But kind of just following the edge of the map. Yeah, no, I definitely got everything in this area. We're still missing probably like 20 some crystals though. I'm sure a lot of them are from that mini boss. So I'm gonna go around and try and find it. I just don't have a clue where it's at. This looks like a new area. I don't know if I ever walked over here. Stories in general are surprisingly good in gachas, especially when they are newer. Yeah, I think that it's that storytelling that's really the draw of gachas. Is this guy's eyes pink? No. Oh, my hit did go off on him. Interesting. Got a match. Oh, I faced off against this player yesterday. They seem a little new yet, but good to see some people still interested in the scene. It's the gambling addiction that keeps gachas alive. I never said, did I say what keeps them alive? I just meant what makes them good. Like, what makes them even worth playing? Why would you ever play a game with bad gameplay and a bad story that requires you to spend money? I determined last time I faced this team that Bob was the worst thing for me. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a heavy armor Koish. I basically didn't, and it's also iridescence. So it's like super weird. Anatan's good because it walls Koish and Tortonite. It is not great against Shaolant and Venmet, but that's okay because I'm pretty sure I can manage against those, especially since I've still got Valiar around. Not that Valiar has a... Valiar doesn't have a turn 1, but he doesn't know that. But with Hypno, I don't think he ever clicked Hypno. I think it was Ice Cubes, Water Cutting, and Water Jet. Freeze had actually posted that match, so if anyone wants to check it out, you can go check out his channel. He posted a couple of mine from yesterday. I think I just played the... I played a couple because I was just kind of bored Friday night. My friend that was supposed to get online ditched me. Darn Josh. And so it's just like, fine, well, I'll just watch some streamers and play Temtem. I debated on streaming myself, but I already streamed yesterday for coding. And I was just kind of like, do I stream again? I'll just stream today. Okay. Y'all are bad because bulky. I don't like having to break through tanks. Addiction is always a reason. Few personally gachas fill the place of MMORPGs used to fill. A lot of the draws without some of the negatives. Okay, I mean, that's cool. I don't see it. I'm not sure why you would play a game specifically. Like, at least with like actually gambling at a casino, you're spending money to try and get more money. I just don't see it. Like, who are you gambling to in gachas? If you're playing with a group of people and you're literally just trying to show off to them, that's fair, I guess. But if you're like a solo player, it's kind of weird. In my opinion, at least. But I mean, if you enjoy it, that's really all that matters. It's an addiction, it's not rational. This has to start somewhere, though. Like, does it start with a good gacha, and then the good gacha dies out, so you look for a new one to fill its place, sort of thing? I do kind of want the Valiar, though. Anatan I don't use for a whole lot. It is nice against Tortonite, I suppose. Doesn't even have to be good, it's just the thrill of it. That's something I just don't understand, and I don't think I ever will. If you want thrill from a video game, I feel like there's other better ones out there. Water cutting, interesting. Switched it up. I will get settling on Amphitheater here. I believe Plague will unlock this one out. I'm pretty sure it does 30%. And then after the settling boost, it should be just enough. Yeah. It's way better, you don't understand. Yeah. I figure that's the case. It does have water jet. I thought it did. I couldn't remember if it was this one, though. There's quite a few nature quashes on ladder, and I'm not sure why. I want to say I can outspeed the Prio on this Quash. Yeah, because I outsped it with Bright Beam before. Nice, we got the intimidation off first. That's perfect. What people only testing saw today: max speed Turok, Rolder, and max speed. that's just insanity. Crystal Spike, even through efficient that it did half its standby. Max speed Yowler's insane though. Rolder makes a little more sense. Gets a lot of value from Tardy Rush, but I still would never go max speed on it. You need to survive for that. Am I queuing into new players? Not like intentionally, but it does kind of seem that way. I think that I don't think I can queue into silver. I think everyone I queue into is at least gold. But if I recall, this is like a gold 1 player. Maybe they've been grinding in the last day though. Gacha systems are more of resource managed simulators. Made it a rule for yourself never to pay for gacha aspects. If you never pay, that helps a lot. But it feels like a lot of grinding just to play the odds on luck. Geller's charge. I've seen it before. It also has ice cubes. And welcome Welsh as well. Double swap. Okay. At this rate, this is going to be the hook kick Venmet, even though it's very unusual to see those. Oh my goodness, that doesn't even kill. Wait. Lutheran hook kick, pretty sure. What do you get rid of? Hook, uppercut then? You have to get rid of something for it. And it never seems worth it. Yeah, no, it's just uppercut. Because you want base jumps, uppercut, savage suplex, and ninja. And if you're losing any one of them, it's gonna be a little tougher for you. I think that was parrier on the Venmet. I didn't see for sure. Definitely missed it, but. Well, my use in Valyar is just dwindling. Yeah, I'm being baited by the tort. Gonna go for Temtem. Played a couple gachas without paying is kinda okay if you accept not being able to do all the content and if you don't have FOMO. Yeah. I mean, I don't even. Yeah, I don't know. If there was ever a good gacha game that came out, I'd probably play it, but I just haven't seen one. Rip them at Stam. I don't think he's going to attack Amphitheater this turn. I think he's going to swap Venmet and try and finish off Valyar with Tortonite. And then I should just win at that point. Okay, maybe he knew not to be afraid of my Valyar because it just doesn't even, it's not even a wet paper bag. It's worse than that. He did go for the Valyar though. If he went for the Amphitheater and doubled in, it would have been a little tougher, but he still would have had OX and it would have been tough for him. Oh yikes. This is like worst case scenario for him. Does he OX to death? Okay, never mind. That's not that bad then. Okay. Should be game now. Oh, hey. Uh-oh, it's a water quash, guys. Water quash dangerous. Cold guys are OP. Buffed Aquastone OP. Imagine now if they gave Synergy like all the quash is Aquastone. With Synergy Master, oh, that would be insane, but it would be really fun to play around. I mean, you're more than welcome to do that. I know my Amphitheater looks threatening because it's +4/+4, but it still kind of tickles. His Tortonite has no way of killing my Anatan. Even if he Tortonites Gardens, I could still push it off because all I gotta do is hit myself with anything, and then I proc self-care. And then the alerted. Still has Nature Quacious Head. Oh, I didn't even see that. I guess it did look a little unusual. 1.5 times water and half nature? Probably. I mean, if the thing didn't have heavy armor, I think he'd have a much better chance. I wonder what's holding double screen for him. It's a pretty bulky Tortonite. But it's a very bulky Tortonite. Yeah, let's go efficient Diamond Fort for the 1 damage OX. GG. It's not unluck. Gotchas nowadays have pity systems that guarantee you. Basically, you have to save currency. Is it like a reasonable amount to get nowadays? It used to be. Used to be pretty much impossible if you didn't spend money. From what I remember. Oh, I gotta figure out where I'm even at now. I think I was exploring this area over here. Temtem's not a gamble simulator. Guess if the Temtem is full bulk or full speed. I mean, I don't mind people experimenting with stuff, but it does. Oh, okay, quick match. I do see a crystal over there though, so I'll at least know where I'm going. Alright, got another rematch, alright. Good luck, have fun. I'm streaming, so you can't complain about if I'm full bulk, full speed. Straw Shield is extra fun with that? Yes. Straw Shield's bad. I like the item, but it's too strong. Too strong. Too strong, too strong. Is this a full speed roller? Usually in gachas you play like 1 or 2 banners per month. You can roughly pull on 1 banner every month, more or less. Mini gachas have also become very free to play friendly. Gotcha. I guess the last one I really played was in like 8th grade. Oh, that would have been like, what, 7 or 8 years ago? No, it would have been longer than that. It would have been like 9 or 10 years ago. "50% was fine, no idea why they changed it." They're just taking a page out of Riot's book. Actually, just buffing the already top tier. Whatever. I always pick Baboy here, but I don't know what else to pair with it. Because nothing is real great. I guess I can go Gario, because I can buy 1 turn as long as it's not a Drill Lawali. Main reason you're running Item Tyra? I've seen a lot of people doing that, yeah. Because it works on tempo. Is this Crew Cassante rant time? No, I haven't played. No, it's actually in TFT. The last TFT patch, because I actually play TFT, I haven't played Normal League in ages, but for some psychotic reason, they decided to buff Tristana, which was already an insane carry in Duelist comps, and also buff Kog'Maw, which is one of my least favorite units, because the Mythic comps are always so bulky. They're always so bulky, and so Kog'Maw almost always has a chance to pop off. I don't know what to ban here. It's the same situation as last time, except there's no Lawali, and I don't. Ban the move flank, cripples the Kapire. Log would be too complicated. Naga, same problem, yeah. I'm really surprised he still picked a player into my double water lead, but you know. Okay. I want Anatan into a fire and an earth. What comes in to eat the water cutting? Or no, it's a toxic slime and a cold geyser. I just like Anatan more because it deals more damage. Dominic, hello, good to see ya. How's it going? Uninstalled League of Legends yesterday thanks to Vanguard. Yeah. I've heard a lot of bad stuff about it. My computer's doing fine, so it doesn't bother me much, but I definitely understand. Of course, it's bait Lawali. Ah, no! Some's got to eat a cold geyser. Yeah, I figured it would be Grandpa, but oh well. Now it's a free swap into free swap into Amphitheater, so it's not too bad. If I had the poison tick, I would be able to kill the Lawali next turn, and that would be massive, but now I do not. This actually would have been a really good time to swap in Anatan, so that was definitely a mistake on my part. Seeing your Temp's percent health would be nice too. Yeah, there's little improvements here and there that would definitely help, but Kerma's allergic to quality of life changes, so it is what it is. Let's just get an EpiPen and force him through. Tornado. Turbo. Nope, resin. Alright. Here's a point where not having relaxed kind of feels bad. Do they still work on Temtem? For 5 more months, yes. So we'll have like one update, which is 1.7 in 1 month, in which they'll release the arcade bar, and a pretty drastic balance change, where they're kind of looking at removing turn 1 prio and double stabs from a lot of Tems. And then 1.8 will be the final update for the game. Hey, for all the bully haters out there. Now you're sad they didn't do those changes like 2 years ago? I know. I know. Like, it really would have changed everything if they just did stuff in a different order, you know? Fake beard on Gosmo for the big tornado. Oh. Okay, that didn't do as much as I thought. It might live now if it's thick skin. No, it's not thick skin. He's chipping down my Amphitheater, but it's still really good against his team. Here's the question. Like, I could try and plague the Capire and then Gust and hope it kills, because I would have Bully for the exhaust, as well as on +2, and I'd have Synergy. But I think it just barely lives, and then he'd get a double KO. But does it matter? Because then Anatan can kind of clean up. We're going for it! We're going for it! He might swap too, just kind of like bait me to swap out and then look at my grandpa or something. Yeah. Don't mess up order with T-Prison. Yeah, no worries. Turbo, okay. Electric Storm does kill Grandpa. I am below 50%. I want the swap in on Anatan anyways. At the same time, oh no, so I was debating on getting some chip on Gazuma, but no, we are killing Lawali here if I have the chance to, because then that frees up Gario so like completely. That should pretty much secure the game. Yep. That's for the Capire. Yeah, he wasn't even gonna play it out, which is fair. I had Babawa and Gario in the back. He had no way to deal with either of them, and there's still an Anatan on the board. He would have had to invest like all of his resources into. So GG. All right, go grab that crystal. See something up there too, not sure what it is. Can I get back up if I go down here? Doesn't look like I can easily, so I'm gonna check out what this is first. I don't care. It looks like it's a good color. It might be a stainless relic. No, it's a sponge. Alright, whatever. Is this somewhere I haven't been yet? Just get out of here. It does look like this is something. Another crab. Ah, it doesn't matter though. I can't make it back! No! I need to go back all the way back around now just so I can get that stupid possessed crab. I guess, okay, I can get into there. Hadn't been in this area before, so I didn't know how it was organized. He didn't get one shot. Good for him. I didn't mean to still be locked on. Did I queue up or did I just not leave it on? I just didn't leave it on screen. There we go. Alright, so where else? Oh, here we go. This is the boss. Which... boss. It used to be a boss. Oh. I might actually die because I just didn't dodge that. No. I've been spending too much time wasting heals. Alright, nice. I got an achievement for that. He only had like 5 crystals. Oh, that's so sad. Close closure. Anything back here? You see some trash bags. It's always sad to see. Alright. Don't see anything in there. Don't know if I've been up here yet. Looks new. Alright. Game, can I not lock onto the thing over there? The lock on is a little bit jank in here yet. But you know, I don't need to use it too much. End up breaking the crab out of the bottle. Ah, you're right, I actually haven't yet. I think I need to find all the stainless relics first. That or I need the hammer, one or the other. I can do either one just fine. I'm not seeing anything over here though. There we go, it was hidden. Good old collectible. Okay. Let's pick this up. I want to say that's... I think... yeah, so... oh, that's interesting. So I'm actually above where I came in from. Came in from down there. Let's see if I can go find a save point. Or maybe I'll check out the lower area over here, which I still don't know if I've explored much. Or no, yeah, I have now. I think I've seen most areas. There's something up there that leads like all the way to the surface, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's like a metal pipe. Any hint for the collectibles like found in this area? No. The collectibles don't really matter. They're just like crystals, and they give you more than enough you need for the entire playthrough. Like to unlock everything with them. So it's just looking around for fun. Still missing 11 somewhere. Oh wait, the moon snail area counts as well, so I'm gonna check over here. I bet there's some here. Did not know that. Alright, so this is exactly when you fall off, so there's... yeah. I'm gonna assume that there's some like polluted enemies over here as kind of like the main source of the crystals, but could be wrong. I'm not gonna take the shortcut because I'm looking around and I gotta find everything. I forget how long this area is, so I don't know if there's actually going to be anything here or not. Most places I did try and do a pretty good job of cleaning out. Okay, nothing in the first area. Whole bunch of shiny shells around, but not much other than that. When I first played this game, I thought that I would actually swap out my weapon for the little sword here, but that was not the case. Oh, hello there, Moon Jelly. I think I already went up here, but yeah, always good to check. Well, I didn't go down. I did not go up here. Ha ha! Good thing I checked. There's 3 more, so we got 8 left. Heart kelp sprout. Dang, I could have got that so early on. Are you serious? I really was playing this game in hard mode. And I see that my ability to dodge has just disappeared. Alright, that's a match. Toopsock running toxic team. Okay, so the interesting thing is, because Straw Shield exists, Baboa can actually live Water Cannon Venom Spread easily. Very easily. And then smack back on one of the waters. So the biggest problem for it is something like double Acronox. As long as I ban Hazrat. Sound's still ingrained in you, you still get spooked by it. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I think I grabbed the Amphitheater just because it's generally good. It's good against Whiplum, Pukama, Gazuma. It's pretty solid against Chromion. It's nice to have against... I mean, I can hit these 2 neutrally as well. Amphitheater's offensive type is still cracked, and the fact that it's just so fast means it's... Especially when you're playing an evasion strategy. Yep, so this is what he did last time as well. Not great for me, that's for sure. I think I was on orange side last time. Or actually, no, I don't remember. I may or may not have to just sack Amphitheater. My other option is to swap in Anatan. Alright, so if I can make it through the lead, what's going to be my biggest problem? I have Bobowa left, so I can deal with the waters as long as I get rid of both Acronoxes. But at the same time, Aohi would be no, Aohi's crap in this matchup. Like, it's horrible. Ban his other Toxic, so that Boboa can pop off later. And he'll consider saving one of his Acronoxes. But even then, I can take 1 Toxic hit and still hit like a Water Cutting Lily to deal like, 30-40% to an Acronox because the thing's bulky, but still enough to threaten it. Most Acronoxes don't run Toxin Shower either. It's got so many other good moves now, especially ever since Petrify got buffed. That's really its common choice of 4th move now, it feels like. Okay, oh, stonks just went up. Man, I'm not having any good Valyar games. Everyone's playing fast stuff. Everyone's playing very fast stuff. So now the question is he going to sting Soil Steam to cover for the Anatan swap, or is he just going to sting? He didn't have this drill yesterday, by the way. He's bringing the drill. He's going for Gario. I don't think he kills Gario, though. This also covers just in case he Sting Soil Steams. This is what I'll want to do. But I'm going to go for the Mimit. I'm really hoping he doubles in on Gario. Really, 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 really hoping. Nope. I really wanted Amphitheater alive, and now it's just not. That would have been so easy to swap to Anatan. It's like the drill's just there to scare me or for him to kill me next turn. Oh, that sucks. Now I have to bring in Babua, swap to Anatan, and hope for the best. Yes, I hear the people cheering. See, what's the point of even having drill if you're not going to use it? There's a coin flip turn 1 because of the drill. Otherwise, my play was always to swap to Anatan, even if he Soil Steams. I think it's still the play to swap. Sometimes also the people who play drill forget that they even have it. Just kind of funny scenarios. But yeah, Gazuma, Whiplump are going to be super tough to deal with. He has no reason not to Sting Soil Steam because he has Cobweb and he can trap whatever I swap in and finish it off next turn. Yeah. See, he could have done that first turn, too. And that would have been the better play for him. Unless I stayed in. But instead, he took the gambles and he's getting them right. And I can't compete. I literally have no way to kill Gazuma anymore. This is why I say Acronox is like a huge problem for my team. Both Acronox and Hazrats, so Anatan would have been trapped and Soil would have killed next turn. Yes, but he would have had to spend 2 turns killing Anatan, and then I would have been able to get the Soil Steam plus the Rockfall off, and then the Plague would have killed the Mimit Acronox, and then I wouldn't have ever taken more than a sting on Amphitheater. And then we'd be in the same situation where Anatan's dead, but Amphitheater's still alive at half health. And that would have been game-changing. The one time I'm happy that Tuvine still doesn't have Nox Bomb, but it still doesn't matter. I don't think I can ever come back from this, just because, like I said, Gazuma Whiplump is just way too much to deal with. He actually is running Toxin Shower? He's like the only one. So it's Sting, Venom Spread, Toxin Shower, Soil Steam. So he's got... Guess you don't need Quicksand, even though you've got like 3 wind types on your team. That was just disgusting, though. I couldn't... I needed... So apparently I just have to ban the Acronox and just take on the Hazrat instead. If I would have known it was Drill, I would have changed the way I played, but I did not. Hello, Seven. Good to see you. Just missed me getting erect. Oh, I forgot to switch. I started moving around and then forgot to switch the game. This is where the boss was, and I'm pretty sure Moon's nails right up here. I'll check in the area, see if I missed any crystals here. I know there were some that they kind of gave out initially. So maybe there's something hidden around the area. Whole place is purplish pink, so it's kind of just hard to see what's even going on. Not seeing any though. Crab game not finished yet. We finished the campaign. Beat the final boss. So right now I'm just kind of exploring, trying to find some of the collectibles. All the crystals that were around. So I'm just trying to get through the first area right now. Since I'm here though, I might as well just... Oh yeah, you can refund skills. Hold on, so... I could learn these, but... Yeah, I don't care. Some of them can actually change the way you move, or they can affect your gameplay, and so I didn't really want to touch it. Doing side bosses, any ones I missed, yeah. But like you can see that I'm 92 out of 100 in this area. So right now I'm looking for these sort of things. The crystals. Kill the one behind the waterfall. Yes, yep. Did that a long time ago. Alright, I'm gonna give this area a better look now. Because I never did backtrack. So, you know, there's the possibility there's something here. There was a crystal there, I know. I got that already. Wait, is this just a loop? Am I not able to go back there? Seems like I might not be able to. That's kind of lame. So I'm not seeing anything here. They're probably all hidden around the castle, and I'll just have to thoroughly explore that. A little bit better, because the thing is that I've unlocked so many checkpoints for the castle that it's just, there were areas that it used to be more linear, but now it's like, oh yeah, you're going all over the place. We'll start at the front entrance. Actually, have I been up there? Yeah, I think I have, yeah. I did find a crystal there at the start. There's probably some random towers in the middle I haven't seen yet either. It's just honestly going to be a pain to go through the entire castle, so I was hoping I could find something else around here that I haven't got yet. But I'm not seeing any crystals. Oh, oh, there we go. There's a crab with... I have not explored this area, I guess, then. Because they don't respawn with crystals. Now every time I kill something with that, I actually get the charge back and I can use it. So that's pretty nice. It's not letting me go up there. So I'm up to 93 now. So my guess is there's one more random mini boss, or like possessed crab, polluted crab, and then there's going to be like 2 more gem clusters. At least that's what I'm guessing. I had like nothing to back that up. All those stupid bottle caps, they look like pink eyes that the polluted crabs have. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter, there's nothing up there. What's that up there? It's like a little bell. Oh no, it's the like weapons, it's like a paperclip crossbow or something. How did I get inside? Just stop chasing me. I don't think it's going to be something from like attacking a wall and then it breaks and lets me through. Yeah, this place is so wide open. Get out of here. Guys are such a pain. I love pufferfish, but oh my goodness. Alright, we got another match. There we go. It wants to show up. Stall team. The one you can't see is an Acronox at the bottom. So it's randomly a stall team with an Acronox. Why? I know it gets toughened and like sting and petrify, but why? Luckily it's the only like priority ban on the team, so I can manage. I'm just checking my phone, some of my friends are chatting. Try not to normally, but when there's enough messages, I'm like, uh-oh, did something happen? No. Hello, Nimra. Oh, there you are. Alright. So, Valiar is going to be my first pick. Even though there's a Gazma. I don't know why there's a Gazma. Gazma offers next to nothing to a stall team. Okay, you got Restore. Turbocharge. Yeah. Yeah, it's got Turbocharge. So I've got options for Karen, I've got options for... I think I'm just gonna ban Yowl. No, I got options for Yowler too. Bob was actually kind of the worst. I'm leaving Gario behind just because its stamina's really low. and Baboa can hit all the same things, but it also has a Toxic Tick for cheap if I want it. Here's the thing, it's not a stall team. If it's not, that'll be interesting. Certainly looks like one. Is it slingshots, damn efficient mints? Oh no. Okay. Mom's lunch. That always kind of hurts, but it's damn efficient enough. 27 turn rotation. If you got 81 stam, you could pretty much... No, you'd need 101 to be infinite on 7 stam cost. %? Okay. Oh boy, I just lost half my health. Woohoo! Be nice to get a Doom off on somebody at some point, so I want to keep Obi alive for that much, but other than that I don't care too much. Right now just killing it is the biggest thing, because it's going to be healing everyone. Spores and allergic spread. So does it not have sleep, not have Nox Bomb, or not have cooperation? Okay. Pig comes in, don't do any damage to it. This is an aggro team? Yeah, definitely. So what are the chances he swaps out Gazma and then... Well, that's okay. We just Psywave and then Digi-Threat. He actually stayed in on Gazma. I'm surprised. Ah, okay. I was not expecting a self-bamboozle. Why did you not Stonewall? You have it off hold. Man, this sucks. How dead is the game now? You want to get back into it, but it's worth it. I love this game, but I hate to say it. It's pretty much dead. You're waiting in like 5-minute minimum queues to do PvP. It's pretty tough. So yeah, I mean. If you can find a match, it's still a blast, and if you haven't played the story through yet, I would recommend doing that. And I mean, if you just like shiny hunting in games, it's still plenty good for that. Oh, I didn't see the Diabolo. This thing's never gonna run out of stamina. And when the developer says no new content, patches don't count, and new player will lose interest. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. It's just sad to see still. I should have just bamboozled. I didn't think he'd actually Tesla prison again. So Gazuma's pretty well crippled. Nidrasil's not doing great either. Cowrin is just going to die as soon as Babua comes on the field. So right now the biggest problem is Moments, which I'll have... Auhi to deal with. Should have just changed their mind on the whole DLC topic, honestly. Why, when they can just make new games and charge people a ton of money? Divine Inspiration. Are they making a new game? Project down below. Yeah. We don't know anything about it besides its name, but they've pretty much confirmed it. I'm gonna do some... I was gonna wake up the Nidrasil, but it's probably side spores on the pig. The Moments, okay. Do I have a... oh, I Tesla prisoned. I didn't Bright Beam. Yeah. I could Hypno the Moments. But I think what's more important is getting a Spadef drop on it. It's E-Drink. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I was always going to use Slywave anyways. Thank you, though. It was just on which slot. I was debating on doing it on the Nidrasil, but it's probably better on the Moments. Why do you have Binary Flood on a stall Moments? Seriously, what purpose? Temtem's a perfect example of wasted opportunity. Sad, but yeah. Sad but true. I think he's going to swap the Nidrasil because it has Mom's Lunch. The Seized is off. So that's why I'm doubling out on the Moments, but, you know. Slywave really gets a lot of value, though. It was a good addition to Valiar, 100%. But also, this guy isn't playing stall like it's stall. He's playing stall like it's really, really bulky aggro. He hasn't clicked... the only buff move he's clicked this entire game is Divine Inspiration. He hasn't clicked any control moves. He's done some healing, and... yeah. So... that still didn't do any damage. I need to watch how much damage this does on Amphitheater. Dang it! It would have been so good if that killed. Refurbished? Yeah, dang it. He's pretty badly crippled though. Yeah, I just want. I need like a rest turn on Amphitheory, and I didn't want this to be it. I pretty much call everyone he. It's not like a dig at them. It's just like it's just ingrained in me. So yeah, I know. Always swaps moments. Swaps moments to what? To Nidrasil? Why would you swap Nidrasil into out? Meant to be. Yeah, I mean, no. I just. I know some people are really particular about that sort of thing. I'm like, I'm not doing it intentionally. It's confirmed Scavenger Cowrin because it got exhausted there. In French, we don't even have a they, so we just call everyone on the internet he. It's fair enough. He's actually stacking the moments here. Interesting. It's fine by me. Bobo still has shield up. Karen's half dead. Ah, Stonewall. I was thinking Stone Ball. It's like, oh, he can't kill Aohi. I wasn't thinking of self Stonewall. That's not too bad, though. It might still be in range to die to a single plague, honestly. Oh, yikes. Is that must be a base speed Gazuma then. Didn't use I only slowed it. It's only slowed by 1. Base speed Gazuma's like 188. Base speed Karen's like 168. So this has to be a next to no speed invest Gazuma, which I mean makes sense. But still. Now the question here, does he swap the Karen or does he keep it in? Because I think what I always do is I always... Actually, I want a plague here. No way! If he swaps in Nidrasil and then Soil Steams the Babawa, that's literally the... That could literally win him the game right here. That's an insane play. It's a stone wall, that's fine. I don't care about a stone wall. Okay. Just saying, yeah, fair, fair. I need this Phantom Whiplash to kill, and I think it's going to be super duper close. Okay, okay, we're still in this. Now I can avoid the allergic spread. No, it was a tink. He didn't use the tink on the amphitheater either. Pig. Okay, yeah, fair. Pig. He can't even like side hit the Nidraso right now, because even a boomerang from a no invest pig on a +3 defense Nid would still hurt. Bamboozle, that's fine, who cares? Now she can't hit it for sure, yeah. Amphitheater takes some extra damage here, but also kind of whatever. Try to think of how I want this endgame to go, because I'm still gonna have to face off against this Nidrasil. Wow, that's a really bulky Gazuma. Toxic Ink. Doesn't know he just killed Nid. So it can definitely take one Fiery Soul. I don't know how specially invested it is. And I mean, there's like a few funny ways I could end this game, honestly. So I could actually Hypnosis, and then reset when it's alert, and then sleep it again, so it can never move for the rest of the game. I could Digi-Threat, so that it can't do anything, or it just won't be able to kill me in time. I could even bring in the Bobwa then, and it'll take like 3 hits to kill. Or I could just try and kill it. If I can definitely take a Tink. That's fair. Yeah, it does nothing. It feels so bad. I can take 2 Tinks. 15%. I know I've got no offense invest, but come on. Doom, you'd be surprised. It does come in handy. We'll look at the cooler animation. Alright, GG. Yeah, that matchup was definitely in my favor. They banned Grandpa, which they shouldn't have. Valiar definitely should have been the ban. But you know. May not have known that. Not like you see a Valiar every day. And we go back to Crab. Nope. Maybe if I kill the enemies in each of these areas, I'll be able to take note of which places I've been to or not. You know what Temtem your team is terrible into? You'd probably say like Waspine because I have like no ways to hit it. I guess I got a couple. No, I have no idea honestly. I have a couple waters for Waspine. It's not that bad. There's nothing up here. Exactly, yeah. You know, I didn't get... So, I think they initially make you go this way. Because I see this path over here. So maybe there's something over here I missed. Or maybe this is just an entirely different path I haven't gone to yet. Max attack, boom, peen. Don't forget max attack, max defense. Gotta be both. Not that anyone still knows that Tem exists. Yeah, no, it needs its rework. You know, like a good rework. One where it gets like turbo attack or something. And that, so turbo attack and that wax bath gives +1 attack as well when hit by a fire move. They're changing Ruminant, so why can't they do it for Wax Bath, too? Extra 7% power goes hard. Yeah, I mean, come on. Definitely does. Nope, I meant to pick up the scrap. Is there something down here? Like, there's an entire way down here. Or down there that I don't think I've gone yet. Ooh, you know, I don't know if I ever came back up here to go over to here. Oh no, I must have. Getting a little stumped here. Don't know why they keep reworking the Swarmate. Yeah, no, I have no idea either. Nice. Okay. Alright. Nope, we got a match. Seen from the meta so far, Waspine would definitely be playable. There is no meta right now. Oh, we got our best of 3 against Ronin. There's a Mudrid now. And the Arachnite makes a return. Gazm was gone. So Grandpa was more of a threat. That makes sense. That gets banned. Kind of forces me to ban Acronox. Hey, been a long time. How you been? Good to see some competitive Temtem. Yeah, I mean, I do what I can. Queues take forever, so I'm trying to play another Crab's Treasure in between. Keep things interesting. When in doubt, Obigario. Speaking of Swarmade, last you heard it got deleted. They've had to disable it a few times. I'm not sure if they ever brought it back. It's not like anyone would remind him if even if it wasn't ever re-enabled. Used to watch Reach because he was playing a lot. Yeah, Reach has gone completely over to Pokemon. I do watch him sometimes on my lunch breaks because he happens to stream during that time. It's still pretty interesting. But it's not the same competitive feel. It's just it's its own sort of thing. Yeah, this sucks. This team variation he's got, I don't think I stand a chance against. Pretty sure Amphitheater gets banned. So without Amphitheater, the thing that I definitely don't want to face is probably Mudrid. Pixel Umbrian got back into streaming. I did see she actually tried a Temtem stream, but I think she won one match, then had a long queue for the second, and then lost the second, and was just like, okay, yeah, we're done. Ow, he banned. That's very interesting. I'm not sure I agree with that. I guess it's for the Nidrasil. It's definitely because of the Nidrasil. Nidrasil is going to try and be the carry of this game, so I need to force an endgame with Anatan Nid. But if Nid gets too many Bark Shields up, it's probably too late, so... Yeah, this will be tough. This will be really tough. Turn 1's going to be like a wind burst into a Spores onto my Gario for 70% of its health. Gonna have to bring Valiar this time just to control the Nidrasil, so it gives me a little bit of space to work with. Alright, nothing to eat a water hit. Best thing you could do is swap in Arachnite, but even that's not really preferable. Yeah, it's just gonna stay in, sack the Grandpa. Okay, that only did 30%. It probably doesn't die. Sharp Leaf and Slingshot. Gotcha. Am I having fun? I don't mind too much. I do wish Slingshot was revealed, though. It is kind of an important item. Like, at this point, they have so many of the impactful items revealed. Why don't they just reveal all the items? I don't, like, why are you still hiding my opponent's umbrellas? When are we asking to reveal Sling? It doesn't make sense that they're just not revealing all the items at this point. Like, it makes no sense to reveal some and not others. It removes some of the, like, I don't know. Hidden Umbrella, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like Zalbian's like a, oh shoot, what item does the Zalbian have? Does it have Taser? Does it have Umbrella? Like, I've gotten got by Umbrella ones before. Expecting Crema to make sense. Crema and sense, unless it's money sense, then no. What did the Grandpa use? It's a fast nid too. Very interesting. Oh no no no! I forgot I slowed it down twice already. I was confused. Gario's gone, so Capyre's also going to be a much bigger problem that I just didn't acknowledge early. I was too busy focusing on how to kill Nid that I didn't think about how to kill Capyre. Interactive Valiar gameplay? This is the only Valiar gameplay. What are you talking about? Came back from 3 games of Helldivers. Game 1 you got a crash, game 2 you got a bug that made you non-restable, and game 3 you've been able to play, get the rewards. Yeah, I feel like bugs feel more prevalent now than ever. I don't really know why. I feel like game companies just feel so rushed to release, and that they're just like, well, I can patch the game, so it doesn't matter if there's a few bugs. And it's just like you can probably spend less money on like internal QA tests or quality, you know, whatever QA actually stands for. Can I digi-threat the Nid? I can, yeah. But quality assurance, yeah. But they can spend less on that if they just have other people bug test their games when they release it. Right, we got the Diabolo on Valiar, which is really important. Swapping Anatan. I was debating on Tesla prisoning the Arachnite, but I'm actually going to use... Or I was debating on Plasma Beaming, but I'm actually going to Tesla prison because I think my Anatan will go before it then. Why is he using Nid instead of Orphill? No clue. Alright, nice. This was a really important turn. But because the Arachnite outsped me there, I actually know that my Anatan's not going to outspeed it. Perfect. I could throw another one at it and hope that I outspeed the second time. It's not like the Ninja still can do anything to me. But at the same time, it could very easily Crystal Spikes my Obi now. Yeah. Seems like it's a very fast Arachnite. Even after 2 Teslas, I definitely wouldn't have outsped. It's about as good of a swap as I could have done. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now I can outspeed, kill with Bright Beam, and get a heat up off on Anatan. Wow, that was really interesting. So why doesn't it... what is that turn order? It goes before the hit, but after the... After the status effects? That's weird. I want a refund. Oh, I was like, why did he keep the Arachnite? It's so he can have Prio with Capyre for sure. Arachnite's pretty much dead. Grandpa's pretty crippled. Waddle's not in great shape either. Anatan kills itself? Not quite, but it's definitely going to be hurting. So I do have reset on Obi, which helps. So now it's a question of, does he swap to Arachnite, or does he not? There's no real point in keeping Anatan out right now. Because if there's no swap to Arachnite, then I want to click Bright Beam, and if there is, I definitely want to click Plague. I guess I just click Plague anyways, who cares? It's the worst thing this thing can do. Turbo? Probably Turbo. Yeah, he stayed in. Oh well. I went for a tornado. Wouldn't you Plague the Kapire? Make her run out of stamina? I was trying to kill the Arachnite so he wouldn't get synergy. He should run out of... oh, yikes. Yeah. Does he OX? No OX. Click it twice. Click what twice? Meteorite? No, he only clicked the other move. He did Tornado on Grandpa and he clicked Quetz on the other guy. Fire. Oh darn, I don't live. For some reason you thought he clicked Meteor. Oh. Nope. Soul Shout! That's why you don't run Soul Shout. Because it doesn't do anything even if you get it. That's why you don't run Arachnite. I love Arachnite, but I really loved Arachnite with old adaptive with overclock. That was best Arachnite. There's no point to Psywave, I just black hole. Stabless Tem. You always have stab on neutral. Always. +2 knockback with old adaptive. Absolutely nuts. Don't underestimate that. It's stronger than Momo knockback, actually. After you get to +2. Problem is facing an opponent that'll actually hit you to actually give you the +2. Alright, so where were we? How do I get back over here? Okay. So I don't see anything down there. So I know in some areas they had like ledges that you had to actually fall down on from higher locations in order to get stuff. And I'm wondering if there's going to be some of those here. I did not mean to do that. I meant to look around a little bit more before. Oh. Ta-da! Low damage from his full special attack. Hey man, you're the one saying the game's a gamble, and here you are running Soul Shot or Arachnite. GG's though. If you had knockback, that would have killed me. You would have killed yourself as well, but you would have at least knocked me out. I think I still stood a chance. Yeah, probably not actually. If you managed to kill me there. But yeah, I definitely like +2 special attack Arachnite much more. Nothing. Where is everything? Stab's so important, not even half the damage. Yeah. Stab is very important. I didn't want to move on to the next area without finding these last darn crystals, but it might just not even be worth it. Because it's just something that would take forever on stream. I feel like I've pretty much explored the castle up and down and all around. Timer? Oh, thanks. I swear I'm queued up, I just didn't have it up. Okay. I didn't recheck this direction, so maybe there's something that showed up here. Just a lot of urchins. I'm not seeing any crystals though. It's not like you're trying to parkour to places that they didn't want you to go. I don't think I can even go up there. And I've already been up here. Now this location is actually kind of more of a pain because it transformed. It didn't always used to be like this. Already looked in there. Okay, here's a room I don't think I've seen. At least not today. Not seeing anything though, so that doesn't help. This probably just loops around to the other side. There's no like special crystal hidden behind here. Nope. We plan on mutant grid. Now that you got access to resources. First thing is, so basically I want to go back to what I was working on before I switched over to resources, which was figuring out attack ranges and how to display them. So I want to, first thing is attaching a technique to the mutants, and then being able to click a button to activate the attack, or at least like see the damage range on it. So just to display what tiles would be hit in red, kind of like how you can see the movement tiles in blue when you select a move I want. Using a tile map for grids? No. Nope, I basically created my own grid with a whole bunch of sprites, because and then created a coordinate system for them. Because we have a limited amount, and tile maps aren't able to store data. I don't know how far this goes before it takes me to the next area. Is there something over on the... Yeah, no, I'm blocked off from jumping off the edges as well. I think that pretty much covers the entire area here. So I'm gonna go back to the wide open area and just kind of look around. There must be an area I missed. Central Shallows. Somewhere or another, there'll be something. Oh, yeah, there's a shark up there. Oh my goodness, there's one right over here. Are you serious? Just like in the... I guess that's what happens when you walk around the edge. Offer to download Temtem and queue into you, but definitely not going to rank in first. No worries. I mean, the queue times aren't that long, and quite honestly, I'm just, like, enjoying the collection part here. I'm sure not all of you are, but it's more interesting than Sci-Park, you gotta admit. Unless some of you like Sci-Park more. Walk back, forth, left, right. So one more crystal and one more preluded enemy. Come on, we can do this. I've already went over to this side so many times. It's gonna be before Slack Tide. Two hours, 3 different players. Yeah, it is. There's definitely not a lot of variety of the people online. But you know, I just like to play some games. Call it hidden in plain sight. Yeah, dead game. It sure is. That's why I'm making my own. Even though that one's probably not gonna like go anywhere either, but can at least give it a shot. We'll see how popular Giamon gets. I can kind of gauge from that how much marketing I'll have to do. Even though I'm probably gonna do a whole bunch anyways. Because Platt's definitely gonna get his game out long before I do. Not sure how serious he's planning on taking it though. Not that I'm super serious either. Yeah, Senior Platt. He's also developing a game. We happen to start around the same time, but he actually works for a mobile game company, so he's got way more of a head start. Plan on doing a single player or multiplayer? It's gonna be primarily like a PvP game. At least that's the goal. So it's like it'll have like a single player campaign, but it's gonna be pretty sad. Turn-based without tactics. Yeah, it's so I think his main gimmick is that every single thing you're gonna be able to react to. So it's just like, oh, your opponent swaps. What would you like to do? Would you like to hit them on their way out, or would you like to swap as well, or would you like to just do something or other? Or like when you get hit, you can swap automatically. So it's just like you always know what your opponent's going to do ahead of time. It seems to be the whole thing. I don't know if I've been over here yet. This might be something. Come on, come on. Sounds like Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh, so I wouldn't know. Opportunity attack? Yeah, basically. Okay, this looks like it just leads me down to the normal area. Get out of here, dude. Can I move, please? I got stuck between a rock and a crab place. Trash bag over here. Don't know if I've seen that yet. So hard to keep. Since it's such a wide open area, it's really hard to keep track of where I've been and where I haven't. Just watched it a bit, and it's just opponent did this, want to react all the time. Yeah, I mean that's definitely what he's going for. Oh no, that's what you're saying for Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, that's basically what his game it looks like too. Curious if he's ever played Yu-Gi-Oh then, if that's where he got inspiration from or something. I cannot walk up that for some reason. I think I explored this area pretty thoroughly though. This is the first boss battle location. Probably similar in Magic and stuff. Makes sense. I'm just not a huge fan of card games, which seems kind of silly because I love Monster Tamers and I love turn-based. Just like, why wouldn't I like card games? I mean, I really couldn't tell you. I think it's just like adding the element of luck with like the order in which you draw your cards kind of kills it for me. Eeks, alright. Good luck, have fun. I've faced him a couple times, and every single time his Volcrane makes me want to cry. So I just get rid of it. He's probably going to wreck me with Garunder now, which isn't much better, but... you know. Not sure if it works that well for a game, honestly. It's cool and makes sense IRL, but whenever I played in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Online game, I got so annoyed by all the prompts every 0.2 seconds. Interesting. That makes sense, though. Okay. I wanted to pick my Anatan anyways, so thank you. Your opponent did something. Do you want to react? No. Did you, another thing? You want to react? No. Now? No. Definitely also makes the game very beginner unfriendly. That's true. Amphitheater is kind of interesting there. He'll probably target down the Obi and try and create a situation where Barnshe can pop off. At least that's what it's looking like right now. Tolkien would be a better band for Grandpa's sake, but right now Oshiara is the only thing stopping Anatan from being a massive threat to him. Or Tolkien can, but it's always one or the other because Tolkien can also wall Anatan. But I have Obi on the board. But I kind of... well, I always bring Aohi. Yu-Gi-Oh! You have like 20 card combos and stuff, and you get a pop-up every single effect asking you if you want to react. Ugh. Main interactions, you need to learn so many different options. It definitely depends on how it's done. But I can definitely see that. So he'll have at least 2, probably 3, assuming this is thick skin, wind resists. So we'll just go Valier. It's not great against such a fast team. And it's probably like E-Drink, immunity, and then resistant, so it's really not that great in the end. Anyways, but you know, Psy-Wave power. See, working on a Monster Tamer game, since there's usually not happening too much per turn. Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely has a chance to work. But like Yu-Gi-Oh is a monster taming game, at least the way I see it. Maybe it doesn't exactly fall in the category because it's just cards, but it's more or less like a monster battler in that way. Really, 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 that's weird. Why would you swap out the Garender? I guess it doesn't do anything, but that's still really weird. It is resistant though. Okay. Glass Blade, yuck. Now I don't even get to know what speed tier it's at. And because it is resistant, I do not get to trap it in. Knowing seniors like, end up being a game that not many people would enjoy, but that goes for everyone I suppose. Just make sure to not build a game specifically for yourself if you want more people to like it. Yeah, I'm trying to make a game that would be generally liked by people, but you really never know how it's going to work out. I really want to save Anatan. I guess I swap in Babua. I should have picked Babua last, not Baliar. Because he's got 2 Toxics. What does Babua do? I don't have Harmful Lick it. I didn't see how much Plasma Beam did to know if I even kill the Gialis. Aches abusing the problem on ladder to get the pro team on ladder. Oh, gotcha. Just do your thing, build the game you want to make, and see if people like it. You'd be happy with the result, not anyone else. True. Very true. I think the big joy is getting other people to like your game, though. If you want to be single player, fine. If you want to be multiplayer, you need people to like it. Yeah, that's kind of the issue. That's why I'm basically going to work really hard to get a battle demo out first, and then kind of get feedback from that, and then from there I'll kind of adapt. Problem is right now it's like there's so many people. Oh shoot, he didn't swap at all. So many people that just they want a faster pace game. Like, turn-based is practically going out of style. So it's just kind of tough. It's like you can't get a lot of kids to play a turn-based game nowadays. Okay, swapping. Disagree with that? Have you seen the iPad kids? They're everywhere. Kids aren't the only ones. I know. It's just like you. That's the thing, though. Kids aren't playing, like, at all. They can't even be a consideration in your audience. Hit game Rage Shadow Legends. No, I'm pretty sure they're seeing the mobile game apps that everyone considers a joke, but they're serious. Okay, so apparently it just stayed in, and I should not have bamboozled. But it was either I whiffed the Hypno or I whiffed the Bamboozle, so I at least played it safer. With Mashuk gone, that's one less thing for Babua and Anatan, which is huge. It's not even Straw Shield on the Barnshee. Interesting. Kids want to earn more, and aren't they all playing? No, you see how many people want good Pokemon-like games with Temtem? Yes, but do you see a lot of 8-year-olds asking for that, or a whole bunch of like teenagers upwards? Ooh, camo. That's right. I forgot. It's just like you can't. Like even if, and that's kind of the problem with Monster Tamers, but they just have this. Like, the style of most Monster Tamers are going to be childish. That's just the fact of the matter. Forgot Time Split's a move. That hurts. And so it's just like a lot of like actual adults, which are really more like the audience you're trying to reach for, are going to be like, ugh, it's got colors, it's a kid game. And the kids are going to be like, ugh, it's slow paced, I don't want to play this. So the audience you're looking at is just really weird. Oh my goodness, that's a full squish Barnshee. And it's only going to get worse. It's like, if it takes me 3 years to develop this game, no. Then the kids that play in 2 extra years, it's just going to be like, you're just reaching an older and older audience every time. Also, the older an audience you go for, the more likely they are to just straight up not play because they're too old for this. Lots of kids playing Pokemon. It's not the best-selling Pokemon game of all time just because of old players. Hard to say. Oh, 1 health. I'd be really curious to see the actual... And most of the time, if there is a kid playing a Pokemon game, it's because their parent bought it for them. And they don't... Yeah, I don't know. It's because of the experience that it offers, too. Like, if I'm just making a mobile game... I'm just thinking in perspective of my own game, because that's what matters to me. Oh, see, it doesn't matter. For the next 20 years if current kids like your game. Ton of kids are massively into Pokemon. It's still the biggest franchise in the world for a reason. I don't know. I guess we just kind of gotta see. Oh, no, the OX isn't going to kill me. That's painful. What are the chances that Gyalis swaps here? I guess it doesn't really matter, because I always do this. I always Hypno. Pretty intense game, honestly. Trying to have a discussion with chat while doing this is not easy. I think Paizo's back up, which will outspeed my Valiar. Oh, nice. Huge. I guess there's Bamboozle. Who's he going to use it on, though? Defib on the Anatan's very strange. I have Mineral Hail up, so one of them dies, or at least gets reasonably low. Interesting. I thought he was gonna... No, it doesn't matter. I really would have thought he would have went with the Garender, but I guess not. I think this is the sack Obi play. Yeah. Mom's lunch is such a pain. He's procced it like, what, 3 times? Basically, all I have to do is kill the Tolkien, or at least get enough damage on it, and I should be able to win, I think. But if it's a fire tornado on Babua... No, it's a normal tornado. Oh, please be an electric move on Babua, not a toxic move. No. Pain. Now I need this resisted chains hit to kill the Tolkien, which is too much to ask. No! I outsped! Did he not use Paizo for... Interesting. I think Paizo still might have killed. Oh, now I just gotta hope that there's no water jet. Oh, wow, crazy game. You know what? Fair enough. Did he? I think the only move he clicked on in his Gialis was Glass Blade the entire game. He clicked it like 4 times. If you're clicking it that much, you might as well run Sharp Stabs too. Oh, GG, so. He clicked. Oh, he did. That's right, on my Valier. So many things could have gone differently in that game for both of us. Like, if that Gallus didn't live on 1 health, or... all that. That one actually burned me out quite a bit. I think that's going to be my last Temtem game. Oh. First man sucks for us. Yeah. That is going to be my last Temtem game, just because I'm... bit fried there, but I do want to try and find these last things on the crab, so I'll stick around for a bit, especially if anyone wants to chat. So, if anyone just wants to drop out now because I'm not doing any more Temtem, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Alright. I guess anyone who shows up now, I guess I'm lying to. So I should change the Twitch name. Oh, come on. Alright, so I basically gotta check every single one of these little sand towers and see if there's gonna be a crystal in the top of it. This one I already checked. Draw Temtem from memory. Alright, yeah, I can do that too, for sure. Which one you want today? Yes, I still... Yep, I'd remove him if I didn't. I do keep up with the channel point rewards, at least. And I did add some more emotes, like I said, too. For just some of my game characters. Haven't been up there yet, because there's... still that, but I think that's the only thing up there, so it doesn't help a whole lot. I already remember I came from up there, because that's where the golden thing was. Brock Orc? Ooh, okay. That'll definitely be a little tough. I'll give it a shot, though. Challenge to a scrim? I mean, yeah, I'd still do a scrim. It's not that hard to reopen the game. Doesn't mean I'll win. I missed. I was too busy trying to look around. Why did the crab cross the road? They don't show the punchline though. Could redeem a whole lot of them. That's right, I forgot I never actually set a restriction on that one. On how many times it can be redeemed. Definitely should have though, but I can just be. Did you guys see that? It's over here. It's over here. Okay. It looks like it's bugged into the ground a bit. We are missing one, so there's one random monster, like one random polluted crab around that has not yet been slayed by me. I'm gonna guess it's up there because I didn't get this crystal, so. I think in like 50 minutes too, there's actually a tournament, like one of Perdigano's tournaments, like the last qualifier. I was kind of debating on participating in it. If I do, I'll just record the thing, but I definitely got to take a break to eat at the very least. Because I have not eaten yet. Okay, so there's nothing up there. This is that secondary castle, right? Why is it not? He just dug himself a hole. It's interesting. Is there something over here? Oh, this is actually how you get all the way back up here. So you can. That's kind of curious. I'll check around up here. This would be an interesting place to hide the final collectible. Promised a good game in the breaks Temtem queue. Oh, Kunders, hey. Yeah, no, sorry, I just finishing up the stream. Trying to find the very last collectible in this area on another Crab's treasure, because this was my game of choice today for what to do in between queues. But how's it going? No mods here? I'm the only mod, and I'm not banning somebody like that. I should not have jumped down though, I should have explored the area more. Dang it. Yeah, I couldn't land on them, because it just breaks them. Find one stupid polluted crab is going to be really tough, though. Because it could pretty much be anywhere. Let me just make sure it's only the one. Yeah, it's only one left. Got hit. You're drunk when you decided on that? Probably. You participating in the tournament, Cooners? If it's even still happening? I know the last one was more or less cancelled right in the middle of it. When is it? I think it's in like 45 minutes. And it's one of Perdigano's, so it's the best of 3 for like 6 rounds of Swiss, and it's going to take like 8 hours. Unless he changed it up. I really don't know why he wouldn't. But he didn't last time, even though we all asked for it. Here it is. I think that's the pink eyes. Bruh. Got it. Yes. That wasn't that bad at all. I thought it was going to be terrible. Alright, we got 100% in this first area. Let's go. Alright, I'll get back to one of the main areas and save and then draw a Brockwork, I guess. Kunder's still in Temtem. Yeah, he's basically the only other person who streams besides me now. So Zach's picked up streaming and started doing it for a little bit, but I haven't seen him streaming much. I don't know where there it is. Demanic also does like YouTube videos. Freeze It does the recordings of some of the top 3. Never see him online. Oh, it's not my fault, it's yours. Right, yes, it is 100 out of 100. So next will be New Carcinia, and probably like starting in the Sands Between. I actually got all 20 in the mouth of the drain. And Fathom still got some. The Old Ocean doesn't really count. I don't know how many are supposed to be in here because I got a whole bunch from one of the bosses and it went over the cap. But anyways, so yeah, that was really awesome. I'm glad we found it. Switch over to some calming Temtem music as well. Might even just be easier to do the display capture. Alright. You finally triggered auto mod. Brock Orc. Alright, I don't even know where to start on this thing. This is already kind of the color of it. I think it's got like kind of a face like this, and then kind of like a bigger jaw like this. He's got like a leafy beard. And some more bigger leaves up here too. That's like hardly a leaf. Doesn't really matter. It looks more like seaweed, but actually I don't think he has all that much on top. I think he's got like 3 bigger ones, and I think one of them's tied up like a hair tie, if I remember. With like something or other, like some brown strap. Or no, I guess it would be kind of like a, I think it might have even been like a bone sort of thing. How do I do like a strap? There we go. Not the draw from memory. You remember the last one was Tortonite. The Tortonite was my first one, but yeah, there. I mean, it's just a redeem. So you know, if people redeem it, they want to see it. Played a bunch of Brockwork and could not tell you what it looks like. Good luck on this one. Yeah, definitely not that easy. So I think its jaw is kind of like darker, and then its upper part is lighter. I'm pretty sure its eyes are kind of like squinted. Like they're not actually open. And I think it's like a lighter brown is for like eyelids. Looks like a tiki, which I think is more or less what the thing was based off of. I don't know if it looks like a Brockwork exactly, but I think it's a decent start. What you doing there? I had a channel point request for draw a Temtem from memory, and it's Brockwork, so I'm attempting to draw a Brockwork from memory. emphasis on attempting. Alright, now his body's pretty scrawny. I don't know how scrawny though. Pretty sure the thing is just kind of like pretty much that. Since when is Brockwork yellow though? Isn't it pretty yellow? I mean, if it's like, I could probably find like a better like tan color like that. I don't think that's quite right. I think that's probably closer, but I'm pretty sure it's like orangey. Thought it was like brown. It might be. I mean, it's from memory. Okay. Just kind of like, it's like a little gremlin looking thing. But I think he's got like horse hoof claws and kind of like random little splotches on his arms. It's like shoulders or elbows. And then just kind of like, it's not so much. He might just have like 3 little thingamajigs. That looks about right. Sausage fingers. If anyone new pops in the stream during one of these, they gotta wonder like, what in the world? I think he's got like a hula or something of like leaves, just so he's more green. Maybe not, but he definitely doesn't feel green enough right now. I don't think it's a hula. It might just be some random green leaves. But we'll leave it there, I think. Why pineapple Brockwork skin? I think it's also got a little bit of something on its chin. Kind of like the... It might just be broccolum. Don't know. The feet, I'm pretty sure, are just tiny little things too. Like, he doesn't have a whole lot in the department of arms and legs. Probably some like things. Well, maybe we'll put like the horse hoof design down here because I think he did somewhere. I don't know why, but I think it's just like more square. Like they're probably meant to be like chips of wood, like bark, more than anything. Alright, now I look at it and figure out why it looks wrong. Drawing a minion or a Temtem. Let's see, Brockwork. He needs some teeth or something. Its head is like mega sized. Yeah, I definitely didn't draw the like the head is just as big as the rest of its body, which I mean I guess isn't totally inaccurate here, but yeah, I probably should have made his head even bigger. He's naked? No, he's got the hula. Maybe it was like some more like designs on his head. He's got like tree acne. Does he have a nose? I don't think he has a nose, but he might have like some nostrils. What is happening? I'm trying to draw a rock orc from memory, and it is not happening. Rock orc, but it's fire. Oh. I don't know what else I would really do here. That's not a good enough color. Oh no. Losing my mouse. I literally don't see it. There you go. Got like a nice background. Some trees. That looks a little more natural. New emote? Yeah, I know all of my garbage drawings could be emotes, but nah. Any more emotes from now on are probably going to be my game characters in some way or another. Argus, hello, yeah, you're showing up right at the end. Alright. Oh, I know what you're even here too. Alright, Alright, I just want to say that it wasn't entirely wrong. Let me see if I can figure out how to... I had the teeth the wrong way, the eyes were a little bit off. No hula. His neck leaves were a little bit longer than I thought, but oh, and there's no ears. That's the thing it's missing. It's missing big ears. I might have been getting mixed up with Moala a little bit. But yeah, that was my attempt. So thank you for the redeem. GB, yeah. That's gonna be all for this stream, though. A little bit of a longer one. I'll probably go back to streaming like some coding throughout the week, try and get some stuff done. I may or may not participate in the tournament in half an hour. Really don't feel like it, honestly. It's too much time invest. Maybe I'll ask if it's going to be best of one And if it is, I'll participate, and if it's not, I won't. Or maybe I'll participate in the first round just to see if I can get some points, because it is a qualifier. I did participate in the first one, and the second one didn't even really happen, but I don't know. It's not like I really care about the money. I'd rather just play, but I just don't feel like sitting that long. So we'll see. No guarantees there, but yeah. Oh, I also had the colors reversed. That's head, no. But yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and catch up next weekend with something else. So, bye-bye.